the gurus. You can do it. Type motivational speakers on Google and you get a flood of entries. Type in motivational speaker on LinkedIn and you get over 100,000 results. Motivational speakers, books, conferences, speeches. There are so many people who want to motivate you. Motivate you to exercise, diet, start a business, become rich, take risks. Their mantra to you is that you can do it. They did. You can do it. They share stories of others who did it. You can too. The thing is, motivation from a book or seminar isn't permanent. You read a book, you get out of your seat, you run out and start chasing a dream, and soon life gets in the way and the book is forgotten. You go to a seminar, you write a bunch of notes, you tape up motivational sayings and quotes around your bedroom and office, and soon you ignore them, eventually take them down, and move on. Can you do it? Yes, you can do it. I said it. Does that make it more likely that you will? No. External motivators help some, but not everyone, and most external motivators are temporary, and soon we're off. I think that's why motivational speakers are so popular. We need the regular fix of others encouraging us, pushing us, and believing in us to accomplish our goals. Getting others to encourage you is time-consuming and expensive. If you can figure out your role in this world, we'll talk about this later, you'll develop a wellspring of motivation inside yourself. No, this isn't one of those inspirational quotes. This is the truth. The inspirational stories. There are so many anecdotes out there. Motivational speakers talk about how they started with nothing or less than nothing and achieved everything. So many self-help books are chock full of stories of famous and some not so famous individuals who overcame overwhelming odds and fulfilled their dreams. They did it. They're not any better than you. You can too. That's what it comes down to. Others telling you that the only thing stopping you is you. Of course, you have what it takes to make it. You just have to commit to doing what it takes and then do it. The commitment is the hard part. Setting aside time each day to advance toward your goal is hard. But if you're doing what you were meant to do, if your talents and passions are aligned, you'll generate your own inspiration. If you're chasing down your dreams and have a plan to achieve them, you won't need someone else to inspire you. Now, of course, there are a lot of things we need to do that we don't want to. As lawyers, who likes preparing discovery or responding to it? Who likes going through e-discovery? Who likes the overbearing opposing counsel? From a personal perspective, who wants to eat healthy all the time? Or run on the treadmill? Or lift weights? I suppose a life coach could coax you through the tedious aspects of our profession. I suppose a physical trainer could get another 5 push-ups out of you. The thing is, we're grown men and women. You want inspiration? Don't do your job well, and there will be consequences. Don't eat well and exercise, and there will be consequences. We're all adults here. My dad was a meat packer for decades. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in America. He didn't do it because it was glamorous. He did it because he needed to feed a family. He never listened to Zig Ziglar on a Walkman or read Norman Vincent Peale. He never looked to anyone to inspire him to get up at 5 a.m. and stay in a meat locker until well past 7. You want an inspirational story? Okay, here it is. You have a job. Get off your butt and do it better than everyone else. And don't complain to me. I don't care, and I don't want to hear it. How's that for inspiration? The inspirational quotes and sayings. Maybe it's because I've always struggled with memorization. Memorizing Mercutio's monologue from Romeo and Juliet in 9th grade was tough, and having the right quotes at my fingertips at the right moments has never worked for me. I don't remember ever teaching my boys a life lesson through a famous quote. I don't ever remember using a famous quote when offering advice. There are those who do and do it well. But when I'm the recipient of that advice, I quickly forget it. That bad memory thing. If I have a goal I want to accomplish, I'll ask you how to accomplish it. I don't want a quotation about chasing my dreams. The problem with inspirational quotes is that they're generally not process-oriented. They tell you why you should do something, not how. The why has to come from you. the urgency, the drive, the grit, that's all you. Those are the product of pursuing something you're passionate about. If you need someone to tell you to do something, you may be doing the wrong thing, or doing the right thing in the wrong way. All these quotes come down to this: do what you're passionate about and have the skills for, outwork everyone else and never give up. Not very flowery or inspirational, but that's it in a nutshell. They make money telling you to get off your butts. I've helped various voluntary bar associations over the years find speakers for their events. Individuals who have compelling life stories and put themselves out as motivational speakers are always in demand. Their speaking fees can be quite high. It's a huge expenditure by organizations to shell out thousands and thousands of dollars to share their inspirational story and motivate the crowd. Sometimes they offer detailed plans on how to achieve their goals. That's great. That's what to look for. But other times it's them being up there being our cheerleader. The platitudes generally don't have a long-term effect on us. We pay them money to have them tell us what we already know. Our dreams aren't going to happen on their own. If we don't get off our butts and pursue them wholeheartedly, they'll never become a reality. They're your dreams. Chase them down and make them a reality. We pay them to tell us what we already know. Business, leadership, goal-setting books tell us the virtues, talents, habits, and plans necessary to succeed. Those are worth our time. And there are motivational speakers who quickly pivot from inspiration to real-life advice. They're great too. But spending money on those who are only offering a half-time speech probably isn't the best use of your resources. The sales pitch. If you follow motivational speakers on social media or on their websites, you may come across promos for their upcoming events, generally a seminar at a city near you that promises to help you achieve your dreams. The seminar generally goes for X, but for a limited time, they are offering it for Y. They generally only provide manual A, but for you, they'll throw in manual B. They tell you how much a life coach would charge for the same services and what a great bargain their program is. I'm sure there are a lot of folks who attend these seminars who find them life-changing. I've been to a few. Maybe it's my cynicism, or maybe I wasn't all in, or a true believer, but I never found them to be life-changing. I found them to be time-consuming and expensive and left me little practical advice on how to define my goals and achieve them. But man, did they have a great sales pitch. I'm sure it worked for some. But it didn't work for me. The program simply didn't live up to the hype. So many books, so many programs. I believe in bookstores. I like walking down the aisles, pulling out books, reading the book jackets, the table of contents, skimming the chapters. I'm an avid reader, so I've read my share of self-help books and business books and leadership books. What I'm looking for is a central idea that resonates with me and a plan related to that idea. For example, it can be as simple as: what question do I ask myself when faced with a life-changing decision? There's a book addressing that. Ask It by Andy Stanley. Quick read. He tells you that it is important to ask the right question when making important decisions and tells you what the question is and why that is the question you have to ask yourself. Great self-help books have a simple yet important idea, and the rest of the book explains the idea and tells you how to use it in your life. In 5 minutes you can look at any book and determine if it can help you. Look for the idea. Often the idea itself captures you. You know just based on the idea itself that you've found a book worth reading. Now here's the thing. If you take 5 minutes flitting through the book, you'll see how to apply that idea to your life. The best books tell you in 5 minutes how to do something that will change how you work, how you relate to others, how you lead, etc. It takes 5 minutes to determine if a book has something to say that's worth saying and another 5 to learn how to apply it to your life. The great non-fiction books can be consumed in 10 minutes. My book? This book you're reading? I'll reduce it to a few declaratory sentences. Define your talents and your passions. Where they intersect is where you will find your dreams. By pursuing your dreams, you're pursuing your purpose. Define and implement a plan that makes the most of your talents and passions. Work hard to fulfill your plan. Do these things and you will achieve your dreams. This formula isn't meant to be motivational. I'm not telling you that you have talents to motivate you. The fact is each of us has talents. I'm not telling you to be passionate. You're already passionate about certain things. I'm not telling you all your dreams will come true. I'm telling you what to do to make them come true. It's a process. You define terms where your talents, your passions, your dreams. Then you devise a plan that makes the most of your talents, your skill set, and your passions, your personal motivators to achieve your goals, your dreams. Will it be hard? Yes. Will it require work and sacrifice? Yes. Will it work? Yes. That's my book. Look for other books you can reduce to a few sentences and see if those few sentences work for you. If so, buy the book. You don't have to buy this one. It's free. Why does motivation cost so much? Motivation can be expensive, right? Someone recommends you buy their book, and at the end of the book they recommend more books. You buy those. Then they recommend a series on DVD. You buy that. And then they recommend a weekend conference. You pay for that. Seems like a lot to pay to get you off your butt and better yourself. If you're not motivated, spending a lot of money isn't likely to help. Now you're unmotivated and you've spent your vacation money. A lot of folks achieve their dreams without spending a small fortune on figuring out how to do it. I wonder what Abraham Lincoln would think about how often he's used by motivational speakers who charge thousands of dollars to tell his story to people who can simply read about him in a book. How often have I heard about all the failures in his life, personal, business, political, and despite them all he went on to be arguably the best president ever. I don't want to pay anyone to hear about Lincoln anymore. Before you commit to a seminar or a life coach or personal guru, take the time to think about what you want, what you really want, and devise a plan to get there. I'll discuss how to do this later. Hint: it doesn't take a 3-day seminar at a posh resort to figure it out. Why are you listening to them? Why do we listen to the gurus? Are we looking for motivation? Are we looking for a great idea? Are we looking for a plan? Seek out teachers, not motivators. Listen to those who have a process for you to follow to reach your goals, as opposed to those who are little more than cheerleaders. Anyone you follow should help you with the following: identifying your purpose, identifying your dreams, identifying your passions, identifying your talents, creating a plan that takes all this into consideration, implementing a plan, sticking with the plan. To enable you to do these things, a book or a speaker should guide you as you ask questions to find out what you want, what you truly want, and evaluate the skills and resources and passions you have to make what you want a reality. Yes, you have to believe in yourself. Yes, you need to be motivated. But these things don't happen at the beginning. You don't start off believing in yourself and being motivated by others and then proceed on to developing a plan to make the most of this newfound confidence. You sit down, you evaluate yourself, you realize you have a lot to offer your family, your firm or company in the world, you develop a plan to leverage this, and by thinking through all this, you realize just how much value you have to offer. Doing so boosts your confidence and motivates you. Motivation doesn't precede creating your personal plan. Your personal plan creates the motivation. You see all you can do, big things, exciting things, and you can't help but follow through. Look for writers and speakers who help you see the world this way. Cutting through the noise. There's no easy way to accomplish your goals. The bigger the goal, the more robust the dream, the more work, investment, and time it will require. Success stories are not more common because they require a vision, plan, hard work, and faith. Search out those who walk you through this process, defining a vision, creating a plan to accomplish the visions, and implementing the plan. There are different approaches to this process, and you should find the one that works for you. You may find my process works for you. You may prefer someone else's process. But whatever process you follow, remember this is a process, it doesn't just happen. You can't simply will success into existence. You can't simply repeat positive statements to yourself every morning and expect your goals to come to fruition. Believing in yourself is necessary. Accepting risks is necessary. Overcoming failure is necessary. But sometimes you need success, even if it's a little success, to believe in yourself. Sometimes you need to achieve something small before you believe you can achieve something bigger. And you do that by creating a plan that has both short-term goals and long-term goals. A plan that enables you to achieve small successes and use them to springboard to larger successes. Look for books, speakers, leaders and mentors who have this worldview. They're the ones who can help. Be your own guru. Getting help defining your goals and creating and implementing a plan is laudable. Creating a roadmap for your destiny doesn't come second nature to most. You need help with that? That's understandable. But getting up in the morning and implementing your plan, doing the hard work day in and day out, that's all you. No one knows you better than you. No one knows what motivates you, exasperates you, angers you, scares you, and inspires you better than you. You don't need others to drive you. No one knows what drives you better than you. Maybe some of you do need that daily, sometimes hourly, reminder from someone else that you can do it. But when you sit down and write out a life plan, many of you will realize that the only one that can get you to accomplish your goals is you. Others can show you the way by telling you how they did. But only you can make your dreams come true. You need to figure out for yourself how to motivate yourself. That will come with knowing that taking steps each day toward your goal brings you closer to achieving it. Once you have a specific goal with well thought out steps on how to achieve it, the motivation should come. If it doesn't, ask yourself what's missing. Why are you pursuing a goal? What will you accomplish once you achieve it? How does accomplishing that goal fulfill your purpose on this earth? Answering the big questions will help you motivate yourself. Create your own motivation. The right goal with the right plan often generates its own motivation. No matter how big your ultimate goals are, they are comprised of smaller goals that are manageable and easier to tackle. Treat yourself each time you reach one of these goals. It may be movie night at home, or a meal at your favorite restaurant, or reading a new bestseller. Sometimes achieving these smaller, short-term goals are all the motivation you need to start working toward the next short-term goals. But sometimes you need additional incentive to stay on track. When achieving a goal isn't enough motivation in and of itself, tie a reward to achieving the goal. Treat yourself to a new book, a night out, or watch a favorite movie on Netflix for the 10th time. Accomplishing a small goal deserves a small reward. Accomplishing a large one deserves a large reward. You have an article published in a voluntary bar association e-newsletter. Treat yourself to a movie. You're appointed to a committee chair or to a board of an organization. That deserves a larger reward. Journaling can be a source of motivation. Get used to carrying a small journal that fits in your pocket. If you prefer, you can journal on your phone. The benefit of a journal is that you can track your progress toward your various goals. Flipping through the last few weeks will remind you of all you've done and will motivate you to stay on course. Right there in writing is a list of the articles you've written, events you've attended, and leads you've pursued. We can be hard on ourselves for not achieving enough quickly enough. The journal, in black and white, reminds us how far we have come and what we have already achieved. Success breeds success, and accomplishments breed the desire to achieve more. Only you can inspire you. Each of us needs to be the source of our own inspiration. Life's too short and there is too much we want to accomplish to constantly be running back to books, seminars, CDs or downloads to reinforce to ourselves that we can accomplish what we set our minds and hearts to. If you're a lawyer reading this book, you've already accomplished a lot. College. Law school. Bar exam. Job. You've already done a lot. Reflect on these past successes as you work toward new ones. And if you've stumbled along the way, even fallen on your face, you've managed to get up and move forward. Win, lose, or draw, you're still at it. You're still getting up every one morning and facing the day. Life hasn't gotten the best of you. Focus on what you've done. If you've done it before, you can do it again, even if you're facing different challenges, bigger challenges. You have the talent and the passions and the dreams. Find where they intersect and create a plan to leverage them, and your urge to visit the self-help aisle in the bookstore will subside.